The swinging 60s, London's East End, and at the center of it all, two brothers who ruled the underworld with an iron fist, the Kray Twins. Ronnie and Reggie Kray weren't just ordinary gangsters. They rubbed shoulders with celebrities, politicians, and even the aristocracy. Join us as we delve into the fascinating saga of the Krays' life. Ronald, Ronnie, and Reginald Reggie Kray were born on October 24, 1933 in Hoxton, a neighborhood in the East End of London. They were the sons of Charles David Kray, a former boxer, and Violet Lee, a homemaker. The Krays were of working-class origins, coming from a close-knit, traditional East End family. Growing up in the 1930s and 1940s, the East End of London was characterized by post-war economic challenges, poverty, and a sense of community solidarity. The area was deeply affected by the Great Depression and World War II, with the Blitz leaving scars on the landscape and the people. These circumstances shaped the Krays' early experiences, embedding a survivalist mentality and a keen awareness of the harsh realities of life. The Krays' childhood was marked by the socio-economic hardships that permeated the East End. Their family, like many others, struggled to make ends meet, and the Krays had a first-hand view of the daily struggle for survival. The limited opportunities and resources available in their environment pushed them toward alternative paths for success. The scarcity of stable employment opportunities and the prevalent poverty in the area influenced the twins' perspective on success and social mobility. They began to see the allure of criminal activities as a means to escape the confines of their circumstances and gain the material comforts that seemed elusive otherwise. Growing up in the close-knit East End community, the Krays developed a strong bond with the area and its inhabitants. They were known as local boys who were deeply entrenched in the fabric of their neighborhood. This connection to their community had a dual effect on their lives. On one hand, the Krays' intimate knowledge of their community enabled them to build networks and connections that would later contribute to the expansion of their criminal empire. Their familiarity with the area's dynamics gave them an advantage in establishing their presence and gaining local support. On the other hand, their connection to the community fueled a sense of loyalty and protection. The locals often saw the Krays as figures who defended their neighborhood from external threats, even if their methods were less than lawful. This complex relationship played a role in both the twins' rise to power and their ability to maintain control over their criminal activities. From a young age, the Kray twins demonstrated a proclivity for trouble and defiance. As adolescents, they engaged in petty crimes and street fights, gradually forming their own gang known as the Firm. The Firm consisted of a group of like-minded individuals from their neighborhood who shared a sense of camaraderie and a willingness to engage in illicit activities. The twins' early criminal activities ranged from petty theft and protection rackets to more serious offenses like armed robbery. These ventures not only provided them with a sense of empowerment, but also allowed them to amass the funds necessary to establish themselves as significant players in the criminal landscape of London. The Krays' reputation grew steadily as they transitioned from local street-level criminals to powerful figures in the London underworld. Their rise to prominence was marked by their shrewd business acumen, cunning strategies, and unapologetic use of violence to eliminate competition. The twins strategically expanded their criminal empire, venturing into various illegal enterprises, such as gambling, protection rackets, and nightclubs. Their ability to exert control over the criminal activities in the East End and beyond solidified their status as dominant figures. The Krays' influence extended beyond their immediate criminal endeavors, as they became involved with celebrities, politicians, and other influential individuals. This ability to infiltrate and navigate different social circles further bolstered their power and reputation. The Kray twins were not mere criminals. They were celebrities in their own right. They rubbed shoulders with the creme de Los Angeles cream of society and were often photographed at glittering events and parties. The Krays' nightclubs, most notably the Double R Club, were popular hotspots frequented by celebrities of the day. These establishments became the backdrop for many an interesting tale, involving the likes of Frank Sinatra, Judy Garland, and even members of the Beatles. But it wasn't just celebrities who found themselves interwoven with the twins. It's alleged that certain politicians and prominent individuals were also within the Kray twins' circle, either through business deals, blackmail, or other illicit connections. There were rumors of compromising photos and hidden scandals, used as leverage to ensure loyalty or silence. The Krays' close relationship with the media also played a role in their public perception. Reggie, in particular, was known for his charm and ability to court the press. This relationship allowed them a level of protection, with newspapers often portraying them in a more favorable light. thus helping to create a facade of respectability. The rise of the Kray twins as formidable crime lords in the East End of London was a matter of concern for law enforcement agencies. Their notoriety had grown to such an extent that it was clear something needed to be done to curtail their activities and influence. The twins, however, were not easy targets. They had police officers on their payroll, and their ties to high-profile individuals made the task of gathering evidence against them even more difficult. Perhaps the most pivotal figure in the twins' capture was Detective Superintendent Leonard Nipper Reid of Scotland Yard. Determined to end their reign, Reid was relentless in his pursuit. He was assigned to the case in 1964 and made it his mission to bring the twins to justice. A legendary detective, known for solving the Great Train robbery, Butler was another key figure in the pursuit of the Krays. His experience in dealing with high-profile cases was invaluable. The breakthrough for law enforcement came in 1968. Using the gathered evidence and testimonies, Reid and his team arrested the Kray twins and 15 other members of their firm. The subsequent trial was one of the most sensational of the decade. In March 1969, after a trial that lasted 2 months, both Ronnie and Reggie Kray were found guilty. Ronnie was convicted of the murders of George Cornell and Jack the Hat McVitie. Reggie was convicted of the murder of Jack the Hat McVitie. Both were also found guilty of other crimes, including those related to their protection rackets. They were both sentenced to life imprisonment, with a recommendation that they serve a minimum of 30 years. The severity of the sentence was a testament to the gravity of their crimes and the menace they represented to society. After their high-profile convictions, the Kray twins' lives underwent a dramatic transformation as they moved from being kings of the East End to inmates within the UK's prison system. Ronnie, diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, spent time at Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric facility. His mental health condition played a significant role in his time in custody. Despite the challenges associated with his condition, Ronnie continued to exert some influence, even behind bars, albeit diminished. He passed away in 1995 due to a heart attack. Unlike Ronnie, Reggie spent most of his time in mainstream prisons. He tried to live a reformed life, finding religion and even getting married while incarcerated. Despite the confines of prison life, he maintained correspondence with fans and those interested in the twins' infamy. In 2000, after being diagnosed with cancer, Reggie was released on compassionate grounds and died shortly thereafter. Thank you for joining us on this journey back in time. If you found this story as intriguing as we did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more deep dives into history's most riveting tales, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious.